So, as it turns out, basically, I'm an idiot. Because I forgot when I promised the video that the video would come out on Canada Day. So, I decided to hold it off till Canada Day, just so that I could say, Happy Canada Day. Aside from that, there's a couple of other things that I'm going to mention before we jump into the video here. First of which, my videos are having issues and I'm not entirely certain as to why. Every time I upload them, they are instantly getting privated. Now, I'm not entirely sure what's happening. This hasn't exactly happened before, but it just recently started since I made two videos that did rather well on my channel. I'm fairly certain everybody that's new here would be able to figure out what two videos that I made that were being suppressed and suppressing the channel. Second of which, we're still going to continue along the lines of self-help. So today's more or less self-help video is going to be based on... So today's video is going to be based on the premise of moving forward. Now, I'm going to take only a couple of minutes of your time today, and we're going to go with this idea. Now, the main reason why we're going with how to keep moving forward is because not a lot of people know how to move forward from certain things. And I know everybody's life can be vastly different and circumstances can be vastly different. So I'm not at all going to say that this is a one-size-fits-all sort of deal. Because I know that I can't tell you how to feel and you can't tell me how to feel because we all have different life circumstances and none of us really going to equal up. So we're going to keep this video under 5 minutes, so we're going to be going for 2.5 minutes. So how to move forward. Now there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. It's either by pre-planned discipline or by being in the moment. Now, being in the moment doesn't necessarily mean that it can't be pre-planned either, but it also means that you're doing things spur of the moment to help yourself rather than, let's say, think about them and ponder them as to where nothing eventually gets done because of your situation. Now, what I mean by that is you can do things in the spur of the moment, like helping somebody else who has it worse than you, and that can be a spur of the moment thing. Now, I realize this time with the internet how it's vastly going through different stages of everybody wants to have a camera and film everything that they do. That's kind of the point of no return. And what I mean by the point of no return is as soon as you start shoving cameras in people's faces because you're helping, you're not doing it because you want to. You're doing it because you're like, oh, well, I can get a following. I could be like the next Mr. Beast, quote unquote. So some people find ways to move forward doing that by acts of service, by helping others. Now, I know also Christianity, that's the way they're supposed to be, which for those of you that don't know, I am Christian and I know I try to live by this. So, acts of service because of the goodness out of my own heart, and I expect nothing in return is the reason why I do this. And that helps me move forward because then I'm not going into a downward spiral of ignoring everything around me. I'm just trying to help others. Even though I'm pushing my own feelings aside, sometimes it does help to get my mind off of things. Other times it just makes depression worse. But also, when you're depressed, it can take a heavy toll on you. And moving forward from that is you have to figure out where you want to go and where you want to be. Now, those things are up for you to decide personally because nobody can tell you where you want to go and how you want to get there and how you want to be because it is a very narrow, fine line. And it's very difficult to do, but it's each individual that has to decide what exactly they're going to do. And I realize that there's not a whole lot of advice there, but generally when you're moving forward with something it means that you have to try and find the best in something to more or less help yourself. I'm not going to say if it's not hurting anyone, then it's fine, because that can be used in a lot of different ways. And there's a lot of things that people commit that are crimes where they use that exact same quote. So I'm not going to use that. And I know we're over the 5-minute mark here, so I'm going to land the plane here. So the premise of moving forward is trying to help yourself, no matter your situation, your circumstance, what have you. It's always about trying to better yourself, whether you're trying to be a better person or whether you're trying to improve your, let's say, relations with somebody. And I say relations as in relationships, like brother, sister, parents, cousin, friends, stranger on the street, or even if you're trying to get a significant other or a spouse. The best way to move forward is picture where you want to be and write a list of how you want to get there. And just cross off one thing at a time. Don't overload yourself, just do one thing at a time. That's all it takes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm keeping it under 10 minutes. I know we were trying to keep it under 5, so I only basically talked for 5 here. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like because it might help somebody. And I plan on going more in depth on this in a later video where I actually talk about it and I'm not under a strict time restraint. Because, like I said at the start of the video, I'm an idiot. So, that being said, I hope you're having a fantastic 2022. And if you're not, I hope it gets better for you sooner rather than later. Peace out, and I will see you all in the very next video at the end of the month. Which I coincidentally do not know if it'll be a Friday or a Saturday.